You're on a lone supermarket line and suddenly you see a boy or a girl with a shirt of your favorite series in front of you. Come on, let's go and talk to her.
Hi, well,
But what do I say? I know, it's awful, but why do we feel so nervous? And if you have that problem, don't worry, I have that problem too. So we are together in this. Besides, that's why I'm making this video. But well, I'm about to explain to you why we feel extremely anxious when we talk to someone we don't know. Ikuyo! Yeah, we're going to start from the biological reason. We have a cute little useful but also annoying thing called amygdala. This works as a really loud alarm in our brain that says, "Hey, don't dare you to mess this shit up, okay?" This happens a lot in situations where we don't know what is going to happen. Like talking to strangers. Are they nice? I hope I'm not being annoying. What if they hate me? I don't want to be bullied again. I should have stayed at home. And that over and over like a Korean drama. But the important point is that if you have no idea what is going to happen, you deduce that it's going to be awful. Because if it's bad and we think it's okay, we fucked up. But if it is good and we think it is bad, we can't lose at all. It's like gambling. If you think about it, I'm not gonna win, so losing doesn't feel very bad. And if you win, you feel like Doraemon or something, I guess. At least in the photos of Doraemon, he's always happy. But well, all this reaction comes from one simple concept. I don't wanna be rejected. Because centuries ago, we must stay with more people to not die. However, now, well, as long as you have the basic needs, you can be alone. But remember that evolution is awfully slow, and the modern society has been developing extremely fast. Actually, we don't need joy to live, but our brain is still half animal. So yeah, we must meet people to avoid mental illnesses. I know, it's annoying, I hate it too, but that's how it is. Sorry. So remember, if you are going to talk with new people, you are going to be cringe. Okay? Don't worry, I was cringe too. I still have some dark memory from that day when I tried. But hold your horses there, because we haven't done yet. You are not cursed, okay? At least not for being shy. Let me tell you something good, I guess. There are people who are introverts. And I know, it's obvious, but let me finish. These people don't like spending time with many people because you waste much energy thinking about what you are going to say. Like you are talking to a stranger and think, now what, I'd already asked his name and his age. Hobbies? He said he does nothing. This dude really needs to get new activities. But I can't say that. Fuck, I should ask if he likes anime. No, what the hell? I don't wanna be a freak in front of everybody. Just let's go. Yeah, it is easier this way. Well, I have to go, bro. See you around. Or something like that, I guess. At least when I talk to someone, I am thinking what to say. Nevertheless, here comes the special point. The one that you and I have. Social anxiety. You know, you sweat a lot, you tremble, you get blush, you get thirsty just because, and you think you are going to die. Please take that away from these people if I can't. I'm kidding. We are too shy to ask for help. I would stay still and pass out because I'm like a potato, but well, goodbye my dream to be popular. Okay, seriously, if you have social anxiety, I know it is hard as hell. So just start to avoid crowded places, look at people's eyes, and of course, you can't poop in public bathrooms. I can feel your pain, bro. Actually, I'm going to make a video about how to talk with new people for introvert people with social anxiety. And I'm not gonna tell you what everybody says. I mean, I'm not an extrovert that got over himself. No, I'm still shy, you know? So you're going to listen to me, someone in a similar situation, and not someone who already won and gives a fuck about your problem. But that's for later. But well, let's go back to business. Let me ask you something. Were you a shy kid or you got shy with time? Because this is other point. Childhood trauma. This is because childhood is one of the most important age in your whole life. I mean, seriously. We are made to create our personality according to our childhood experiences. So if you were like me, someone who didn't make friends with their classmates at elementary school, we can't use that you are shy and awkward because you got used to it. But other situation actually not a really good one. is bullying. Children sometimes are shit, so other good children got bullied and they grew up with those memories. And they just learn that people are bad and awful and violent and I hate people. Like me. Yet, if you were bullied at school, I'm really sorry. I mean, you can write what's happening in the comments if you want. I will give you support in my awkward way. Other scenario is family issues. I mean, yeah, a really bad family issue affects a lot, but I refer when you are told to stay quiet, to not be weak, to be a man and don't cry. You learn that showing yourself isn't a good idea, you think that people will judge you for feeling, and often you tell yourself that it is useless, even if it's not like that. So you become like this, shy. You don't talk, you don't go outside, and all that, and I guess this part is getting a bit sad. I wanted to make it funny, but well, let's change the area to something funnier. Now, let's mix psychology with biology. I love these areas. There are things called biases. They are ways of thinking that help you to understand the world and everything without thinking so much about it. Like when women say, all men are the same. Or when people say, life is always bad. This is not literal, of course, saying all or always is mostly a mistake. Because we think it is like this, even if there's a possibility that proves the opposite. And how is it related with the awkwardness? Is it? People with social problems think, I'm gonna fuck up. I'm gonna get bored myself if I say anything, so no. So you end up believing yourself, and that makes you a weird. So if you talk to someone, you will be a weirdo. Not because you truly are a weirdo, no. You are shy, you're a bit dumb, but you are not a weirdo, my dear viewer. You act like a weirdo because you are sure you are indeed a weirdo. But it's a trick of your brain trying to take care of you wrongly. So when someone says, believe you are sociable, so you will be sociable, it's because you are tricking yourself, okay? I mean, if someone says, tell it to yourself until you believe it, it's a half true. It's more like tell to yourself until you stop thinking the opposite. But of course, you will say, but I say to myself that I still act like a weirdo. Of course, you still act like a weirdo. The process is not about making you change your mind. It's about making you stop hurting yourself so often, okay? So if you think it is going to be bad, you will behave weird, and of course, that weird behavior will make it bad in the end. And you will think more that it will be bad next time, and it will, due to your behavior, and so on. And this leads to an inferiority complex, and there it's a long path to get over. Well, as always, I have no idea where to put this area, so let's put it over here. If your parents or at least one is shy, you could be shy too. This is because we tend to be like cool parents somehow. So if your mom or dad is shy, you would probably be shy too. And if you are not shy in that scenario, your siblings are shy then. If you have siblings, of course. So my secondary cute but also sensible viewer. You now know why you are shy and why talking to people it's so complicated. You are not pathetic. It's just your brain trying to protect you in a really clumsy way. Don't worry. You are still cool. And if you don't have that problem, please understand those who are like that. I mean, they are not weird, they just act weird because people around them don't prove that they are cool. And well, as always, tell me if you want a topic like this to talk about. I have some other ideas to make because I really love making these videos. And perhaps I will talk about talking to girls. Ready to say it's like my life. Oh well, your crush if you are gay or a woman. I mean, I don't think there's a woman here, but well, as always, take care of yourself. So, see ya in other video.